Okay, I'm back. I never did figure out what I did different last time that made it go the other direction. So I don't know which direction it's going to go this time. I don't know. Anyway, I am back in Circle of Life, and someone had requested that I go ahead and show this page some more, or at least show it finished. Well, I'm not going to show it finished right now because I really didn't get to work on it much. You can see that I did finish up a bit, the trees, and if you need to see what's underneath and what's above, don't forget, on my phone at least, I can press down and do this, and it will zoom in on a particular area. So let me take a seat here, and I have been croaky today. It is Sunday, but my week is going to be very busy, so I've got to go ahead and do Wednesday's video now. And then I'm not sure when I'll get to Saturdays. If I don't get to one, it means we were just that busy. Anyway, I am back with still just those basic pencils. Now, if you look up, we usually think of turtles as being green or green and brown. But if you'll look up turtle or tortoise, you'll see lots of browns. So I have grabbed again just the light brown and brown, okay? Which is the same two colors we used on all of this, plus I added some black, remember, way up in these parts. So what I would do here is I would do this little guy's face in the light brown. Okay, yes, light brown. Just get it going. And all these spots and stuff, I would come back I will probably come back with like a gel pen. But see how I'm taking this pencil? I've got my hand back midway, not down here pressing hard, and I'm just doing a light coat. Again, this book does not have a lot of deep tooth to it. It's not real rough, so it's easier to get a lot of that white out with a pass over. Okay, just pass over it. Get it covered. Then I'm going to go down some. I'm going to do some more right through here. This time I'm putting more pressure. Okay. And then I'm going to lighten my pressure as I come out so that it blends. Yeah, I've had like 3 or 4 days of bad cough. I'm going to call the specialist tomorrow and see if they've had any cancellations, if I can get in any sooner, because this is just not working. I've been taking 2-hour naps during the day. It wears my body out. So anyway, yeah, so all these dots, I'm not going to worry about those. I'm just going to go right over them because I'm either going to use a gel pen or I might even use a paint marker. Okay, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Just going to, as we say in Texas sometimes, get her done. All right, so now I am pressing a little harder as I go down through here. And I forgot to set a timer. Oh well. Okay, so just keep going. I'm trying to go the direction, but it's hard to do the way I'm sitting. So I'm just going to go straight. And I am putting quite a bit of pressure on this part. This part is darker. There's more wrinkles to it. It's more textured. And then as I come up, I will get lighter texture. Down is a little harder. And then all of these are a little bit harder. See, my hand went down closer to the lead. I've got more control and I can put more pressure on it. Okay? So just keep going. Yeah, this week, let's see, today is Sunday. Tomorrow is the 1st, I believe. I just put a new challenge up for the Coloring Books Keep It Clean group. We have our granddaughter. Well, let's start with Monday. Monday, I think, is nothing. So if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do another video. And, or I say nothing, it's not as busy. Then Tuesday we go to the in-laws. We missed last week just because neither one of us felt real well. Hubby's dealing with some sinus issues, so prayer request there. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all day but not overnight, we will have our granddaughter Evie. So, her mom's got some in-service stuff to do for the Learning Center. Now here, you could do green coming out. You could do some gold. That's up to you. All right? Totally up to you. I'm going to keep going with this. See, I am doing lighter again. If you're heavy-handed like I am, you could do stuff where you hold it down close and don't push real hard. See, I'm still not pushing hard. I am heavy-handed. It is something that I have taught myself to do, is to be able to do that light touch. Okay, now as I come down, I'm going to get more pressure. And then it really depends on how detailed you want to do all this. And I'm only going to do this one leg. It'll be the same for all four. Okay, I am going to do the toenails in the lightest brown, and I'm going to keep them kind of light. Okay, get that in there. Then what I'm going to do is change pencils. I'm changing over to the regular brown. Again, this is the Crayola, just standard package off the shelf. In fact, I believe they are on sale this week at Target, maybe at some of your craft stores. They're back with all the school supplies that are on sale right now. So you can look there and see. Now I'm coming in with the darker of the two browns. I'm going to get in there. Get all that darker. Now all these little bits here that I've not done, I'm going to come back with probably gel pen and put in some gold. These flowers, I just haven't decided yet. There's only like one, see, there's part of one here and here, here. There's not many, so I may treat those as 3-leaf clovers. I don't know. Haven't decided. So anyway, I'm getting this dark, and then I'm getting lighter as I come out. So this is just like we normally color a page, except I'm using the Crayola pencils. I'm using the cheap stuff, and look how good it's working. Sometimes it can be the paper, but I'm telling you, a lot of the times, you just have to learn to work with what you got, okay? Now, I am going to come in here and do a little bit of this brown around these spots. And I may go, and I said gold, but I may go like a bronze. I won't go silver, but I may do like a bronze gel pen. I think that would look nice in here with all these browns. But I want whatever I put in here to have this darker brown as a background. Okay, so there's that. And then if you wanted to, you could do some streaks coming up just to give a little more depth every now and then. Then down here, I am going to do these in the darker brown. And then, see, I'm going to do the bottom area heavier. Okay, I'm going to do that on all these. And then the little spots again, I'm going to use whatever color I used up here. All right, I'm just not going to do this big area like that because I feel like it's big enough that it's almost something separate. Darker at the bottom, lighter as I come up. And then if you wanted to have this look like it had more depth to it, going back to the lighter of the pencils, you could actually go under each little curve. Okay, I don't want to take that kind of time. That's just me. Excuse me. So I am just going to do this bottom part dark. I guess it's not dark, it's a medium amount of pressure. And then I'm going to come over this some more, whatever it is. You could even treat that as a waterfall. I got no idea. That's the thing, when you're coloring, you're the one that gets to make those rules. You're the one that's doing the coloring. Okay, and I'm happy with that. I will take the darker of the two and come down here, apply pressure here so that it is darker. Okay, and then when I'm not having to reach all the way across the desk like I am right now, I will tidy that up some. What else? Okay, so in between all of this, I am probably going to come in with this darkest brown. Okay, just get your darkest brown in there. And again, if you're going to use a gel pen or a paint marker on all these extras, you could color right over the top of them, depending on what you're using. Okay, now the other thing I can do, let me do just this one section here. And this is how I would do all of the sections then. I can come back in, excuse me, with black and do up at the top, around the edge, down here, just making it a little darker around the edge so that it doesn't blend right in with all those tree trunk areas, the roots. Okay, the root system from the tree. So then I could, like I said, I could just go around here with the black very lightly, just to kind of get a little bit more depth in there. Okay, and I would treat all of this that way. Then that leaves us to the hummingbirds. You can see what I did here on the flowers. Okay, the rain, I can either color all of this blue and then use some white marker. I got these new markers from TEMU. look at that fine tip, and it covers stuff. Here's a piece of scrapbooking paper over here. I mean, it really covers, okay? And it did not go through. If you want the link for this, let me know. I will give you a special link to get into TEMU where we both get some credit for playing the games. And then you can look it up there. So just, yeah, just put in the comments if you need the link or something to that. So I will probably use that on all these drops and on all the dots, which means I'm going to come in with this blue and I'm going to do my entire background here with this blue. And because blue is in green, I don't have to go around my leaves. And because I am going to use that white over the top, and we know we've got good coverage with it, then I also don't have to go around the raindrops. I can just put this on. Okay, so get you a good pressure going, however dark you want them to be, the background, and just go ahead and go around and get that part done. Your hummingbirds. I just did my hummingbird Etsy pages. I just did one of those not long ago. So you can refer back to it on colors, or you can just grab your pencils and look up a picture to see how you want to do those. There are so many varieties of hummingbirds. You could do these the same, or you could do them different. Now notice when I'm doing this, I'm kind of going the same direction that the rain is. So if there are any streaks, it'll help it to blend some. Okay? Now a lot of times I will tell y'all when I'm coloring something that when you do one part, you should do the other part so that you know you're getting the same amount of pressure. And can you already tell I did harder on this side than this side? So, yeah, go ahead and do both sides at once. And I know I can erase anything from the hummingbirds. Or if I put my hummingbirds in green, then I can go right over the top because blue is in green and it will just hide it away. I like that shade of blue better. So I'm going to play with this later on getting the right pressure on this. Then if I wanted to, I could go all the way around, and put this blue next to it. I'm not going to do it yet. I will start it for you, okay? But see, keep it very light. I'm going to put my hand even further back. Keep it very, very light. You're doing it just enough that you get that darker blue right around the edge. And then you're fading it out so that it does blend in with your other blue. And then some point in here you have to decide to quit going with the blue and to go ahead and do the brown again. Okay. So that takes care of that part. And see, I would get lighter then. Now you just have to watch what colors are around to see if it's something you can go over or if you actually need to go around each little thing. And then when I come back in with this one and blend it into that, and then I can always get lighter as I come out if I want to. as long as you're blending it. And you will probably see this finished at some point, especially if you're over on Coloring Books Keep It Clean. When I finish it, it'll get posted there on Facebook. All right, the birds. Because we do not have teal, we know that teal is a mix of blues and greens. So let's start with some green. Let's just do some green in here. And no, I am not looking at a picture of a bird, so I am just guessing. So do that, and then I'm going to come in with my light blue, go over the top lightly. Like I said, zoom in if you need to, watch it on the big screen TV, whatever helps you. And now I've got a bluish green. Okay, and then let's see, what else? The other flowers up here. Yeah, and I would just continue doing that. Okay, no, I'm trying to look at the time, so I had to stand up. So my voice is suddenly louder too. Okay, so let's look at some of the flowers. So anyway, pull up some hummingbirds. Remember that behind this wing is going to be a little bit darker because it's behind. All right, the one in the front is going to be just a little bit lighter, and just keep going with those. Then basic pencils. We've not really used yellow, and I'm going to have to put brown with it to get it to show up. So let's just take this flower right here. Okay, I'm going to do yellow. So if you have like a 24 pack of Crayola pencils, you can do everything I've done in this picture. Okay? Now, because I don't have another yellow, I can either take orange or I can take brown. I'm going to try the brown first because orange is right here as a neighbor, and I want this different. So if you're heavy-handed, go back with it. I am heavy-handed, but I've trained myself where I can go light. So I'm going very light. Can you even see that? All right, here we go. Yeah, if you used your fingers, you're going to have to adjust real quick. So I'm just going really light around here. And then I'm going to come out a little bit. All right, again, there. And then lighter as I come out. Can you see how I've got the two colors in there? So this side has just the two yellow, and the other side has the brown. I'm adjusting my light to see if that will help you at all. All right, so these two are just yellow, and these two have some brown in there. Like I said, it's ever so slightly. You don't want to overpower it with the brown. I think you can probably see that now. I'm going a little harder, a little more pressure on there. And if I had not put down such a strong, heavy layer of yellow to start with, then this would have shown up a lot quicker and a lot deeper. Okay. I will probably do these flowers in yellow. I'll probably do that one as a folded yellow. These are what I was talking about. Okay, let's go back there. Okay. I will do probably these in yellow just to get some of that yellow around the page, except then that leaves this one, but this one is so different. I might do it in yellow too. Yeah, I may do all the rest of that in yellow. And then this, I think I'm going to come back in, and I think what I'm going to do with it is yellow around the outer, and then orange on all the rest of it. The lightest, which is regular orange. Okay? I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to go over the whole thing, but I'm doing it very lightly. And that makes it look as if I have another shade of orange. And then I can go deeper down here and right here, because this one's on top. So I can do this under part just a little bit deeper. Okay, same thing here, do the whole thing. Keep it light. But then this under part, go ahead and go a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper there, the rest of it, keep it light. That's how you're going to make new colors though. So when you're like, oh man, I don't have a turquoise, what do I do? Well, you start layering colors. In fact, now that I'm looking at this, that doesn't look so turquoise. So let's work on that for just a minute while we're still here, because this is going to be it. This is the end. I'm going to come back with some more blue. Oh, and look, that's fixing it. I just needed another layer of the blue. From where I'm looking now, this is more of a tealy color, which is what I wanted. Okay? So, and then if I want it to be a red-throated, I don't want it overly red. So I would come in here and see I've got just a really light touch. And this is actually the red-orange. Really light touch. Just overlap that just a little bit. And then I'm going to have to really look up a picture and see again what color the wings are. And then I would come in with my darkest brown and go ahead and do that beak. Okay? Does that help? Oh, down here, this part, I am going to go ahead and come in with my lightest shade of green down through here. Do the whole thing in the lightest shade of green. Okay, I'm just going to get it on there real quick, just so I can show you, because that's one part we did not touch on. And then behind each of the lines, that's where you're going to put the darker, okay? Just a little bit right behind. What that does, and then just blend it out. What that does is makes that look like a hump. Or like a, oh, what would you call that? Just a different, it's not all flat. It's got ups and downs and little hills. And by doing the color behind the line, that's what you're going to get. Just make sure that as you go up, you're making that color lighter so that it blends out. Okay, and that's it. That is really it, y'all. Okay, I think you can finish from there. If anybody has any more questions, please reach out. That's what the comments are for. I do read all those. See there, now it's not so flat looking. It looks like there's ups and downs in that. Alrighty? Okay, I will see y'all in a few days.